John and his friend Bob are silently reading in the school library. Bob was enjoying reading a comic book when he noticed that John is very serious in the book he was reading. Hey John, you were reading that book since yesterday. What was that about? Well, it was a book about philosophy. I didn't plan to read the whole book yesterday. I just got bored and tried reading this. But I came across the teachings of Confucius about the five constant virtues that constitute humanity, and it was interesting. Really? Can you tell me more about it? Yeah, sure. Within Confucianism, there are five constant virtues or wusheng. In descending order of importance, the virtues are benevolence or ren, righteousness or yi, propriety or li, wisdom or zi, and fidelity or sin. These five ethical principles regulated society in ancient China, though translating "si" presents some difficulty because the character combines the separate characters for people and speech, meaning to persist in what one said, or one deeds match one's words. The meaning is best described as the English words fidelity, integrity, honesty, trust, faith, or promise, but it does not directly correspond with any of these individual words. By the way, John, I know one of his teachings. It is the filial piety. Are you familiar with that? No, Bob, but I will appreciate if you tell me what that is. You know what, John? Filial piety is the greatest of all virtues and should be demonstrated to both the living and the dead. It deals with the level of respect and obedience a child must show their parents. Since filial piety extends to both the dead and living, ancestor worship was formed from this Confucian teaching. It is the honor and respect children show their parents, grandparents, and elderly relatives. For example, when children demonstrate filial piety in China, they are viewed as trustworthy and respectable. Children who don't show respect to the elderly in their lives are viewed as shameful and of bad character. Wow, that was a great thing to show respect to other people. Thank you for sharing that information to me. I learned a lot of things that I can apply in real life. I will definitely finish this book. Filial piety, or Shao in Chinese, is a virtue of respect for one's parents, elders, and ancestors. In more general terms, filial piety means to be good to one's parents, to take care of one's parents, to engage in good conduct not just towards parents, but also outside the home so as to bring a good name to one's parents and ancestors, to show love, respect, and support, and to display courtesy. For me, nowadays, we Filipinos practice this kind of filial piety, which is pagmamano. The five constants. The five constants, also known as the five classical virtues, or wushang, are the five most important Confucian ethics mentioned in the Analects and the Book of Mencius. This includes the following: the ren, or benevolence; yi, or righteousness; li, or propriety; zi, or knowledge or wisdom; sin, or fidelity. Ren, or benevolence, generally means human-heartedness, ultimate foundation of Confucianism, the essence of all virtues and the ground of human dignity. Universal and particular perspective, primary principle of human actions in the former and principle of moral justification in the latter. It can be interpreted as both golden rule and silver rule, loving others and consciousness of human others. Yi, or righteousness, the moral disposition to do good, the ability to recognize what is right and what is wrong. Some actions should be done just because they are right, regardless of the outcome. The value of the act is the rightness of it, regardless of the intention or the outcome. Li, or propriety. Li sets the form of moral life and the proper ritual of a civilized life. As propriety, Li pertains to the rule and conduct that reflects a person's goodwill, doing things in a right way and virtue that forms man's conduct. Also, Li is aided by Ren for one to show concern for others. Zi, or wisdom. It means not just having knowledge, but with that knowledge also having the capacity to make correct judgments and decisions. If you have wisdom, you also have reason. You have discretion regarding good and evil. right and wrong, what is acceptable or not acceptable to do. Knowing all of that could be called wisdom. Shin or trustworthiness. It relates to believing and trusting. It is about virtue in dealing with people, not breaking promises, not deceiving others, and doing exactly what you said you would do.